Alright, so what's up guys, my name is Joshua, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing another discussion video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, well not really. The last video I talked about with Godzilla vs. Kong, last time we were talking about the abysmal fake trailers that were kind of popping around, on YouTube. So, in case you guys are not caught up, basically, I did a video talking about how there was a lot of like weird clickbait videos, talking about Godzilla versus Kong, and of course, the situation is that we've been waiting for a trailer and it has not come out yet. So, because of that, that has gotten a lot of fans and a lot of people to create their own trailers, fan-made trailers. Now, I want to say this right now. I do not have a problem with fan-made trailers because a lot of people definitely agree with me when I was talking about the whole fake trailer thing, but a lot of people were kind of pointing out, that some of them aren't fake, and that, it's all in good fun. And of course, it is all in good fun. I don't have a problem with fan-made trailers. I have a problem with the ones that love to do clickbait. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to say this right now. On the same day that I did that video, I should have mentioned this, but I found a Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, but the person, who made the trailer is called Marvel Studios. And I checked it out, and it's like, oh god. Well, not to get off topic here because I want to get down to what I really want to talk about, and it's with the toys. But I thought I'd just kind of mention that because I was kind of sort of debating on doing a part 2 on that video, but I don't know if there's really a point to doing that, if I'm being honest with you. I'll think about it. I'm not sure because it is still kind of a running thing going on. You know what I mean? Also, yes, before I move on to the topic of today's video, yes, I did fix my collection a little bit. Now my Ultramen are at the bottom, and the sun is shining very bright on me, so I do apologize for that, but I don't got control of the sun, alright? Yeah, so I did fix up the collection very nicely, so, I mean, it's perfect for today's video, you know what I mean? Because today we're going to be talking about some more Playmates toys with Godzilla vs. Kong, right? So we all know about some of the new stuff that seems to be popping up. We found out, about Warbat coming out and Kong with fighter jet. Now these are not like new figures. We've kind of known about these two figures for quite a long time now. And of course, most recently we were also it was also revealed that we now got two more like giant Godzilla figures called the Mega Godzilla and Mega Kong. They're supposed to be kind of like the giant figures, like kind of like these, but just a little bit more bigger and action oriented. Like they got articulation and some action features, and each figure comes with a tiny little soldier, which honestly, that's like that's just fantastic, man. That's great. I can't wait for those to come out. Originally, it was kind of a mystery when they were going to come out, but I guess it's safe to say that they might come out a little earlier because now we got news that Godzilla vs. Kong has been pushed back 2 months, and now the movie will finally come out on March 26th. And that is fantastic, It's like finally, like something good, Sadly, no trailer, but hey, at least we know now the movie's coming up. But, of course, with today's discussion, we have to talk about the toys. Because as you saw in the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the story of Warbat and Nozuki. And long story short, they're both basically the same monster. So in case you guys are not aware, this was, I don't want to say last year. I could have sworn, yeah, maybe around last year, maybe around this time. I don't have a good mindset of when this whole thing kind of started with Playmates. But of course, we all know that Playmates was going to be in charge of creating toys for the film. But of course, oh, hi, Lulu. My dog just walked in. I apologize for that. You want to join the video? There you go. I'm sorry. So, of course, there were pictures being leaked online basically showing blurry images of some of the new toys that were going to be coming out for the line. And obviously, people were very worried and spectacle about the whole thing because the toys definitely had some spoilers kind of going around. You know what I mean? I forgot to mention that in the description, and in the title of my video, some of this stuff I'm going to say might be spoilers. I'm going to warn you right now. It's a possibility that some of the stuff I'm going to say might be spoilers, so I'm going to warn you guys right now. I say maybe, I'm not 100%, but I don't like to spoil stuff for people, so I'm just going to warn you right now. You might hear some spoilers about the film, but, just as a little heads up. So basically, we all know the situation with the toys, right? We saw Kong and he had a battle axe and everybody was like, whoa. And then we saw like some kind of giant robot thingy and it's like, wait a minute. Is that Mechagodzilla? You know what I mean? And so obviously it's a blurry picture, of course. So we're not going to be able to see everything. But obviously it's not hard to tell what's up. We pretty much know what's going to happen with the whole line and all that. So there you go, you know what I mean? And then, of course, in the little corner, we did saw some of the basic assortments, like the standard Godzilla with Heat Ray and Godzilla with Radio Tower. We saw a lot of those figures too. And in another picture, we also did saw some of the Godzilla classics, like Space Godzilla, Gigan, from Playmates. But I'm not talking about those figures. We're going to be talking about specifically the Godzilla vs. Kong toy line, because the Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla and Kong classics are both separate things. Meaning one is based off of the movie and the other one is based more off of some of the toys like Bandai, stuff like that, right? So the whole topic here is that more pictures were starting to leak and they show sort of like the like the box, not the box, but like the card and the figure. But one stand out, and I mean, sorry about my grammar. One stand out, and that was Nuzuki. So there was Nuzuki is like this strange sort of snake kind of like creature. We don't know the role of the monster, of course. Everything about him is pretty much a mystery. Same goes for the Skull Crawler. Even though we appeared in Kong Skull Island, they were much more smaller in size, but as we saw with the toy, they're going to be much more bigger in this film, and that is great. But what is Nuzuki's role? Lulu? Sorry about that. But still, who is this creature, right? What is his purpose? Is he an army builder? Like, is there going to be like a whole army of him? Or is it basically, like a villain and like an actual creature that Godzilla or Kong is going to be fighting, right? It's a mystery. We all don't know for sure. But what I want to talk about here is with the name change, right? So at first, the creature was called Nuzuki. That was its name before. But finally, as pictures, more stuff were starting to come out showing like the figures will start to finally release and all that, we were finally getting official pictures of the card back. As you see here, I still saved one from the Godzilla with Heat Ray. I still saved it, of course, because why not? I mean, I'm a collector, so it makes sense. But as these figures were starting to come out, people started to notice the name of the creature is no longer Nuzuki, but his name is now Warbat. So people were very skeptical. Everyone was like, what's with the name change, right? Why? Well, not exactly, because that's the purpose of this video that I'm making. A lot of people, they kind of mentioned like, why did the name change? What's going on? You know what I mean? So a lot of people did pointed it out, but they never really dive into why the name change was placed, like why was it made in the first place? You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I'm messing up my grammar a little bit, but it's like, starting to let you kind of, get on with the whole conversation. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people really talk about this topic on why did they change the character's name in the first place. There probably is a reason, but most of them are just theories and just, skepticism and all that. I don't know if I said it right, but you guys get the idea, right? It's like, why the name change? Why did they change his name from Nuzuki to Warbat? Especially when Nuzuki sounds way better, in my opinion, but I mean, it's not the figure's fault. At least the figure still looks very nice, judging by some of the videos that have popped up. And I say some because apparently when these figures were first revealed, these toys are in places like in the UK right now, but about maybe like a day ago or two, there has been some leaks showing that now the toys are starting to like kind of ship over here. So it is a possibility that these figures might finally come out here in the US, but it's not 100% guarantee and we don't really know for sure. So, but everything about this character is such a mystery, right? It's bad enough that we don't know what he does in the film, but why the name change. And people have pointed it out, but they never really want to go into why the name changed. And it's not like a mistake or anything. They just basically flat out said it, hey, the name's different. You know what I mean? Now, there are some possibilities as to why the name was changed, but like I said, it's mostly rumors and theories. Nothing really confirmed for sure. So I will bring up some of the stuff on why the name might have been changed, maybe. But like I said, this is more of a mystery than anything else. So don't take too much what I say, like seriously. For all I know, I could be wrong about this stuff, but I just thought that this topic was interesting because it's like everything about this film is a mystery as it is. So let's talk about this character Nuzuki or Warbat or whoever you want to call it, because really I'm not really sure what to call it at this point, except, well, we know that it's a giant snake with some, what you call those? I don't know what that's called. There's probably a name for that. Fins, whatever. Yeah, you get the idea. So one idea that kind of comes to mind, right? Some people of course around the time that these leaks were coming out, a lot of people kind of mentioned how there was definitely some production changes going around with the film. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that this was around when the film was still like in development, like people were still filming for the scenes and all that. So it is possible that somewhere around there, maybe that's when they kind of decided to change the name of the character. It is possible because I'm pretty sure that around this time the movie was still, still filming and everything like that. I have heard that there had to be some changes made to the film. I'm not sure for whatever reasons it is. Maybe, I mean, some of them might have to do with action oriented. Maybe they wanted to make like the action, scenes more better. You know, it is a possibility with that. Maybe some changes along the way. Especially with like some of the banners and a lot of the other things. Especially with the misconception with Kong's skin color. Some people theorize that no, it is kind of a blackish color in the film, but it's actually still brown. You know what I mean? Strange stuff like that, right? I know that this sounds very nitpicky, and I'm going to be honest. Everything that I'm talking about in this video definitely sounds a little bit nitpicky, but you can't help it. Just ask why. It's such a strange situation, and you can't help but like wonder why. You know what I mean? It's stupid, I know, but it's an interesting idea to bring up. You know what I mean? And I'm very surprised that not a lot of people have kind of talked about this. Like, they've mentioned it a little bit, but never really go into full discussion as to why the name was changed in the first place. Maybe there are videos talking about this and I'm just not aware. I mean, to be fair, there is a very huge divide when it comes to the Godzilla fans and Playmates toys. And that's because obviously when the toys first came out, they didn't really look that good. I already talked about the whole, Space Godzilla and Shin Godzilla situation. And I don't really want to go back to talking about those because, long story short, there's a lot of finger pointing. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, Playmates did stole the sculpt from NECA, even though it's already been proven that Playmates, got permission to use those molds. So, I don't know, that's up to the people, you know what I mean? You can't really argue with that. Then again, I don't really see a problem with what Playmates is doing because, as we've already know, they do plan on releasing even more figures. But, of course, we're just going to have to wait to see how that goes. So, I don't really know what else to say for the video. I just thought that this was kind of an interesting discussion. Think about it. The evidence is everywhere, right? Like, look, Warbat with Osprey, so it's like, his name was Nuzuki before, you know what I mean? It is one possibility that I do want to bring up before I end the video is that maybe they're trying to go for the whole name, like nickname kind of thing, kind of like what they did with King Ghidorah back with Godzilla King of the Monsters, where his nickname was Monster Zero, which is supposed to be an homage to the original movie Invasion of Astro Monster, which came out in 1965 and was the sixth installment in the Godzilla series, where Godzilla and Rodan would fight King Ghidorah for a second time. But the only difference being is that now they didn't have Mothra to aid them. Not counting that was also the very first Godzilla movie where he was in space and had aliens in it. So that's something, you know what I mean? So it is possible that maybe they're going for that idea. Maybe his name is Nuzuki, but that's more of a nickname than anything else. Maybe his official name is Warbat, but we just don't know for sure. You know what I mean? You know, it's like Godzilla, you know, like I'm pretty sure there might have been a time where someone was like Gojira or Gojira or whatever, you know what I mean? Maybe they're trying to go for that. Maybe it's more of a nickname type of situation, you know. But then again, I mean, what about Kong? What kind of nickname is he gonna get? You can't call him King Kong. We don't know if he's gonna win. We don't even know if there's gonna be a clear winner. We don't know who's the good guy is, and we don't know who the bad guy is. All that we know is that we've been teased kind of like an all-out war, basically meaning that there's gonna be probably like this big, huge fight with not just them, but like other monsters as well. You know what I mean? You get that feeling because think about it. There's a lot of monsters that are going to appear in this movie. And it's not going to be like King of the Monsters where some of them just feel more like cameos, like the giant mammoth and all that. You know what I mean? Squilla, that weird spider creature who at first I thought was Kumonga, the giant spider that Godzilla fought in the old Toho films. But who knows? You know what I mean? We don't know for sure. There's a lot of things kind of going around with this film. It's very exciting, but it's also very mysterious at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, someone chatted in the live chat. Come on, man, let's be serious. This is so yeah, basically I'm reading the live chat right now, and yeah, basically Godzilla vs. Kong is basically a battle royale at this point. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, like if Godzilla's gonna have some allies on his back, like Rodan and stuff like that. Because think about it, showing like how Godzilla King of the Monsters ended. You know, you had the monster. Oh my god, I'm spoiling. I warned you guys there will be spoilers. I'm literally spoiling the ending for King of the Monsters. So if you haven't seen it yet, go away. So I don't spoil the movie for you, okay? But at the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters, all the monsters were basically going to beat Godzilla's ass, but then out of nowhere, they just kind of like bowed down. Like they all follow him now. So it's pretty obvious that in Godzilla versus Kong, there's going to be a whole army. Like, for all I know, Kong will probably have his own batch of monsters as well, aiding him in this fight. Do we know that for sure? No, we don't know. For all I know, maybe it's just going to be a battle between them. And all the monsters are going to be like, I don't know, just very secondary, like maybe not a big deal. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? And luckily, we don't gotta wait for that long because, like I say, the film does come out on March 26th. So who knows? We'll get some answers after watching that film. We'll also find out why the name change went from Nuzuki to Warbat. I mean, we're probably not, but you never know. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. You know, there's nothing else to really say about this because, like I said, most of this video is just talking about this one character. But then I got off topic so many times. But hey, I mean, you can't help it. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen with this movie? You know, I'm real excited for it. I hope you guys are too. I'm going to keep making discussion videos talking about this film with whatever's going to pop up. I've been planning to see if I could do like a toy review soon of like a Godzilla figure or so. I'm debating on how that will work. You know, so I hope you guys are ready for that. So I want you guys to stay safe out there. You know, everything's still kind of dangerous and all that, though. Congratulations on Joe Biden becoming president. There you go. Today was the thing, you know. And yeah, you know, so I will see you guys in another video. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.